Michelle, and today I wanted to update you on just 2 or 3 of my orchids that I've recently purchased. You saw me unbox and you saw me plant them in new containers. Well, they have failed, and I wanted to give you an update on how I am trying to remedy them. I'm hoping that none of the grow lights are in your face. I'm on my knees here just to make it more easy. This is that glorious colored Phalaenopsis that I just love. I got her from Trader Joe. And when I checked on her roots last week, she needed help. So she has gone into a water culture type setup. I watered them today. Left just a smidge of water down there for humidity for the week, and I will check on them in a week, see what needs to be trimmed again, but she's still got pretty flowers. I'll move her off to the side, else she will take front and center stage for all the other flowers. She'll show them up. You know how that is. You get the one kid in the class presentation on stage singing, and everyone is singing like this, and then there's the one that's singing like this. Yeah, that's her. This one is, I love it, my Phalaenopsis Icen Venus. It's a cross between a dragon's gold and an Icen Viola Trias. But this is the one I ordered online from Brookside Orchids. And she is the one Phalaenopsis that I ordered that actually gets a smell in the early morning hours when it's cool. She has a little, just a tiny hint of citrus. But she's got 2 buds here. This one looks like it might blast. And then over here on this one, her first one opened, second one soon, and that one might blast. And her third shoot hasn't produced anything yet. She is still, I left her alone, in the bark. Bark, moss, perlite, or you call them grow stones sometimes. And she's got green roots. I watered her last, my tag says I watered her last Monday. These tags, I color them. Color doesn't mean much. It's the name more so on the tag because I ran out of colors. So not every red tag means Monday. But for me, I write on it when I watered her last, so that if I'm kind of curious whether she might need a drink and I go, oh, I watered her 2 days ago, she's good. My short-term memory. And you know, you look at it and you feel it, and if it's new orchid out of bark, it feels dry. So that helps me. But here she is. Let's see, it's like little sparkles. Just beautiful. Here we have the big monster, the gloriously big monster called Celtic Sun Maya. No smell. I don't know if you can see all of her. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blooms, 6, 7, 8. This one's popping open. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 blooms that are open, and more to come. She is just glorious. I'll scoot her closer so you can see her colors. A few that I had to put into water culture were the cattleyas that on that last video of me unboxing some big cattleyas, and I needed help to know what to do with the parts. Well, that whole plant just went to, it went downhill in a hen basket real fast. So here we have the parts. It's by Hauserman, and I haven't had much success keeping the roots on those plants so far. I've ordered from them 3 times this year. This is the Catalina Mary Elizabeth Bond Royal Flare, and she has been broken up into 2 different parts. And I think this is the first part. And this one here is a new growth in the middle. Since I've had her, there's another new growth right here, and inside of it she has more. You can see with the reflection of the light behind it, at least I can. that there's more growing up inside of her. And then deep inside here, you have more growth coming through the middle of those. So you have 1, 2 with this one coming out, and then a teeny tiny one. I don't know if you can see her. There. And then there's one in the back that is attempting to grow. But when I checked her roots just to figure out why, you know, when I noticed some of them were already dying, they were all shot to pieces. So she is in a water cultured with the little beads. Like I say, I'm channeling my inner Danielle, and hopefully can get these water cultures to take off. The water's way down here. I watered her today, filled her all up, let her get a drink, then dumped her out. Dumped it out and just left a little bit. I think this is the other half. This is the other half of that same Cattleya. And she's got a new growth here in the middle coming up. And right up here, we have some new growth. We have 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Can you see that? There we go. We had the big fat leaf in the way. Those are my 2 Cattleyas that are doing water culture transfer. The little part that was off the bottom of the stem, and I didn't know what to do, and I said, what do I do, guys? She died. She died a slow death, but she tried. She obviously had been in a pot her whole life under the dark. She immediately burned in the light that I put her under, and then the rot of the roots. She just couldn't sustain herself. So she is gone into the dirt pile outside. But let me show you the other Cattleya that I got at the same time, put them in a basket, and they didn't like that either. So I had to take this one out, put it on bark, and now I still don't know what to do with it. I just have to pray over it and water it. Down here at the bottom of my shelf, we have the other Cattleya. And I didn't even transfer the name tag with her because I was just frustrated. But we have this new shoot. She just got watered. We have this new shoot. And we have one down here that's still all covered up in that outer sheath. But there's no roots, not a single root to be had on this plant. So I water her daily. Help me out if you know, should I put moss around that if I'm still watering her daily, or should I just put moss on it, water it every couple of days and just let it sit? Let me know, for those of you more experienced, what I should do with this Cattleya in the winter. In my grow room, it doesn't get cold. It stays at 72 and drops down at night to about 64. I have the option of lots of fans. I have the options of the window being kept open and making it cooler. I can cover up the vent, make it even cooler. There's just so many options. I can turn on a humidifier and make it more moist in here. You let me know. I would appreciate that. Orchids remind me so much of life in general. Sometimes you do your best and they fail. Sometimes you do your best and they thrive. Who knows what makes it all work out? Thanks for joining me on this quick little update. You have a great rest of your day.